Hello there, and let's get started with this video. Today, we are going to create a workflow on Comfy UI using Inpainting and Controlnet models to create AI in painting that, or you can say, we will use AI in painting to generate portraits featuring a variety of different outfits, and at the same time we need to make sure we are preserving the subject's identity. So in this case we will be taking a random particular portrait from the internet. We will make sure we in paint that particular object into different outfits. It can be a variety that we will do in the video. While doing that, we need to make sure that the pose and other details like the face are ensured, or you can say are not changed. So let's get started. This is your Comfy UI plain interface. We will load the default model. So this is the vanilla or the basic default model. Now to get started, one thing what we need to start with is the image. So let's do image upload, load image. Perfect. So this is our load image node. We will simply take one particular image. I took this particular image randomly from the internet, where this particular guy you can see is standing in an upright pose. So this pose is a bit easier, but you can have different poses of the people. And in this particular learning or in this video, we'll also make sure the pose is maintained along with the face. So what we are changing is their clothes and this particular attire, right? So let's get started. This is where we load the image. Now because we are doing in painted, we will need the in painting model. Perfect. So what we will be doing is, let's start with in painting, the basic in painting. We will have the image. We will use the VAE and the mask from the image itself. Now we will use in painting model. I'm using SD 1.5 deliberate V4, and this is what we will be using, correct? So now this particular node is creating a latent image. Now this, because we are doing an image to image transformation, here we will be using this particular latent image in our key sampler. Perfect. So this sounds good. Now what it will do is, it will basically in paint on the specific area. So now we need to mask this particular image, and we will use the mask editor. Now we will mark mask editor, and we will in paint this particular or mask the area that we want to in paint. Now it, from here, it completely depends on the use case. It completely depends on the use case, on what part of the body you want to in paint, right? So for example, if you just want to create some designs on the t-shirt, or just change the t-shirt color, you will just in paint, or you can say you will just mask out the t-shirt area and nothing else, not even the hands. If you want to have full sleeves or change the entire upper body, then you will mask the entire upper body. But if you want to change the lower body, you just mask the lower body. And only if, like for example, in this case I'm masking his entire body, because we will be doing in painting on entire body designs, right? Or the all the things that he's wearing. So perfect. Here based on the use case, you can select the mask. And for in this case we will try different things, but let's start with this. So this is how the mask looks. It looks a little awkward, but let's see how it will take it up. uh, this is, we have added it. We will use this particular latent here. So this is the very basic thing, right? In this particular case, this is pretty basic. We have set 20 steps CFG, and these methods like that, and it will give you. Okay, let's realistic, and let's say blue suit, right? So it will, if in this case, if you see, it will create the particular image. Let's cue the prompt. Wait, why is it not okay? Let's restart or refresh. 1 second. Okay, yeah. So this is idle, this is restarting, and if you see, this is how it has generated. So here what we'll do is, we will add one more thing, which is compare image, image comparer. Sorry. So yeah, here it is. So we will use the final output image and the input image. So what it will do is it will just compare or create a side by side thing. So if you see in this case, like let's rerun this particular model. Now I will tell you one problem that we will fix soon. So if you see here, let's increase it. Here in this case the hands are pretty like you can say it has maintained, the model has maintained the hands, but generally it don't, right? Or sometimes the poses are a bit more complex. So to ensure like the pose is also handled, we will use a control net pose. So for example, in this case the hands are kind of the same, but behind or they are below or within the cloth. So to tackle this particular problem, what we will do is we will add control net. So let's apply control net. For applying control net, what we will need is load control net model. We will need a model here so that we can apply it, and we will use open pose because we need to maintain the pose, right? So we will have open pose. What we will do is here we will take this image completely, because we are only taking the image and not the mask. So even if you have masked it out, it will take the entire image. We will do a preview so that we can see it. We will add this particular image in here. We will take the positive prompt and negative prompt from here to this, negative prompt to this, and now these are our new positive and negative prompt that will go, oops, that will go in a key sampler. This is our key sampler and it will go there. And if you see the VAE, let's take the VAE from our load checkpoint. Perfect. So these are our values for strengths and other thing. I guess for now it's fine. And yep, perfect. So what we have done is we have also added a control net. Okay, here I did one mistake. I didn't, yep, error. So what I did is I took the wrong checkpoint, or you can say the wrong model to use open pose. So we need an open pose model for open pose control net. Now we have loaded the right one. It will apply open pose. If you see, this is the pose, right? So it has taken the pose, and if you see the image now, the hands are out and it is maintaining the image. But I still feel like this is a bit more unrealistic image, but for now I guess it is good. It We will play around with the values on in painting, on how we want to grow the mask by. We will play around with the control net power, and finally here to get to some more realistic outputs, right? And you can also explore some new models that you can use here that improve the in painting overall. So that's all for this assignment. I guess we are good to go. Have a nice day. Bye.